Ahorita te voy a enseñar cómo usar la palabra ahorita en español. Welcome to today's video. The word ahorita in Mexico almost never means now, which confused the heck out of me when I first learned it. Because in high school, I was told by my Spanish teacher, yes, Nate, ahorita means right now. Here's the thing. Ahorita occasionally can mean right now, but almost always in Mexico, it is the exact opposite of right now. So let's take a look at some examples. Ahorita llego. Ahorita llego, okay? Llego is in the present indicative, which means I arrive, or in this case, when we use the present indicative, it means something is going to happen in the near future. So, ahorita llego. Ahorita in this situation means I will arrive in a little bit. I think typically the translation that ahorita takes into English is going to be in a bit, in a little bit, or in a while, or in a minute, okay? Ahorita llego. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute, okay? I'll be right there. Ahorita llego. I'll be there in a second, okay? This is something that my girlfriend says to me all the time. I am muy ansioso. I like to always be doing things. I'm always on the move, okay? My girlfriend oftentimes is more chill. So she'll say to me, ay, ahorita, tranquilo, ahorita. Okay, yes, we'll do it in a little bit, or in a little bit, in a while, yes, ahorita, tranquilo, okay? So let's say, like, come on, let's go do this. I want to blah, 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 whatever. Ah, sí, ahorita. Yeah, okay, in a little bit, in a while, okay? Now, notice how the present is being used here instead of saying something like, ahorita voy a lavar los trastes. You can say, ahorita voy a lavar los trastes, but it's more common that people will use just the regular present tense here. So, ahorita lavo los trastes. I will wash the dishes in a little bit. But in this particular example, because it has to do with washing the dishes, it probably just means that it's never going to happen. Okay, ahorita lavo los trastes. Ahorita can mean in a little bit, in a while, but it can also mean never. Say, sí, ahorita lavo los trastes, but then you never end up doing it. Okay, ahorita lavo los trastes. If you're enjoying this lesson, click the link in the video description. You can join our Fluent Spanish Speaker Academy. Our goal is to help you have a 10-minute conversation in Spanish in 90 days without feeling unconfident. So check it out by clicking the link in the video description. Okay, a few more examples before we end this video. Ahorita lo vi en el mercado. Ahorita lo vi en el mercado. This could translate to I just saw him or it, depending on what we're talking about. I just saw it or him in the market. Sí, ahorita lo vi en el mercado. Yeah, I just saw him in the market. This could be replaced with something like acabo de, for example. Acabo de verlo en el mercado. I just saw him in the market. Or ahorita lo vi en el mercado. I just saw it in the market. Okay, or I just saw him in the market. So ahorita, meaning, okay, like this just happened. Okay. Oh, I saw ahorita pasó. Whatever. Okay. Now, what about ahora and ahora mismo? When do these get used in Mexico? Well, ahora can mean now, but there's not as much urgency. Okay. So, ahora estoy leyendo un libro, right? I am now reading a book or something. You could also translate that to as currently, but now is the best translation of the word ahora, okay? Now, ahora mismo is right now, okay? Ahora mismo. So if you want to say right now, then say ahora mismo, okay? Lava los trastes ahora mismo, all right? Let's say my mom is yelling at me, Nathan, ahora mismo lava los trastes. Nathan, wash the dishes right now. And I tell her, ahorita lavo los trastes, mamá. Ahorita, tranquila. All right? Okay. So, ahora, now. Ahora mismo, right now. Ahorita, in a little bit or in a while. Okay? Now, I wanted to quickly mention that notice how ahorita is what we call the diminutive. I can't even say that word in English. The diminutive, which basically just means when we make things smaller and kind of cute. Okay? That's the idea that Mexicans use all the time. They make things into ito or ita. They make them small and make them cute. Okay, so for example, casita, right? Bienvenidos a mi casita. I could say to you, bienvenidos a mi casa, welcome to my home, but I could say casita to make it kind of cute and nice. Something like welcome to my humble abode, for example. Or chiquita, we'll use this as an endearing way to say, ay, te quiero, mi chiquita. For example, I love you, my little girl, which sounds weird, but in Spanish, it is very, very common. In Mexico, we use this all the time. It's just a cute way to say something. So, for example, I might say to my novia, Hola, amorcito, ¿cómo estás? So instead of saying hola, amor, I could say amorcito. It just makes it cute and nice. Bueno, nada. Muchas gracias. Espero que hayas aprendido algo de esta lección. Espero que ahorita estudies. Y bueno, if you want to learn more Spanish with me, click the link in the video description to join our Fluent Spanish Speaker Academy. I promise you it will help you a lot. Muchas gracias y que estés bien. Hasta luego.